Do you feel that subtle change in the market of what's going on? Maybe a few less transactions than we had this time last year, interest rates rising. Maybe the business is maybe a little bit different than it was before, and you're wondering, what do I do in a shifting market? What I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you 7 things you can do to thrive when the market shifts. All right, as I've been talking to agents all over the country and especially in our local market, what I'm finding is that after 2.5 years, we have a lot of agents that are maybe at a place where they're a little burnt out, or maybe they're at a place where maybe the market is shifting and it's not quite the same way it was a year ago, 2 years ago, even 3 years ago. So we're at a place where we're going to get new results. We're going to have to do new things. But a lot of times what this is just re-energizing yourself. This is coming to a place where you get to a place where you focus back on some fundamentals and you focus on doing the things that you know that you can do. They're going to help no matter what the market does. So what I want to do today is I'm going to share with you 7 of these things that I love to refocus on at a time when the market begins to shift that'll help your business grow. All right, let's start with re-engaging your past clients. Maybe you've been at a place where you've been so busy that you've not had a chance to really follow up in a way that you know that you should. This is a time, really, as the market begins to shift, that your past clients, they need your knowledge more than ever. They need the information you have. Those relationships are the things that will carry you. I can remember going back to a time when the market shifted in my career, and I wish that I would have invested more in the relationships, because what can happen sometimes is when it's so busy, you get so involved in just doing transactions that you don't do relationships. If you truly believe that this business is a relationship business, then make relationships your business, because those are the things that are going to carry you no matter what the market does. Number 2, review your expenses. This is a time where maybe if the market's shifting and there might be less transactions coming some point in this year or next year or whenever it is, now's a great time to go back and review all the things that you were doing and that you're spending money on, and are they effective? You see, what can happen when we're so busy and when things are so good is we just throw money at issues, and we just throw money at generating leads, and we just throw money at this issue or this problem or this thing we want to do, and then those things have ongoing expenses. What is it that you're spending money with? This is what I would encourage you to do. Go down and make a list, and if you're using a corporate card, it's pretty easy, or your corporate bank account. Make a list of all the things that are outgoing on a monthly basis in your business. Then I want you to evaluate what's the return on that investment. Is it an investment that you can hold off on for now, or that you need to cancel because it hasn't yielded any results? And what are the things that you're doing that are actually generating the most business for you? Because it's not just reducing your expenses, maybe it's redeploying some of those expenses. Maybe it's taking some of the things that were ineffective and turning that into the things that are effective. Maybe you take this $100 over here and applying it to this that's getting this higher rate of return, and your business can grow even though maybe the market's slowing down on the number of transactions. What is it that you're spending on a monthly basis? When you review it, I promise you're going to find some inefficiencies that'll put you in a place where you can be more efficient and your business will continue to grow. Number 3 is refocus on the fundamentals. I want you to go back and think about it. When you started in the business, or when you were at a place where your business began to take off, what were the things you were doing then? What were the things you were gifted at? What were the things that came naturally? Was it making phone calls to homeowners? Was it actually going out and following up, or maybe doing door knocking, or maybe holding open houses, or maybe farming a neighborhood? Refocus on those fundamentals, and I promise what's going to happen is all of a sudden you're going to begin to remember the things that got you some momentum, and when you begin to build momentum, it continues to grow, and it continues to grow, and no matter what this market does, you're having the momentum to keep moving forward. Number 4 is respect exiting agents. Now listen, this is not something we want to talk about, but listen, when markets shift, there is a natural separation of wheat and chaff. There will be agents that have been in this market because it was just basically a market where we were just order taking, or it was so good that all they had to do was be in the office and they'd pick a deal up, or their cousin would let them sell their house. They're doing 1 or 2 deals a year, but when it gets more difficult and the transactions go down, the top producers are still going to get their part of the business. But what's going to happen is those part-timers, those people that aren't professional, they're going to have to exit the business. Now, here's an opportunity. Reality is, by respecting those folks, by calling those folks and just saying, hey, listen, I know you're getting out of the business, or maybe you're doing something different, but I know that you spent some time building some relationships. I just want you to know that I'll be glad to pay you a referral fee if you have people that you've been working on that are now ready to possibly make a move. Is it someone that you can introduce me to? because those relationships, there's something you've done in the past that you should continue to be rewarded for. I'd love to step in and be your partner with those people. When you do this and you respect those people that are exiting the business, not only do you help them out, you help their clients out, and ultimately it's going to help your business as well. Number 5 is refresh your online presence. Maybe it's been a little while, you've been busy, you haven't had a chance really to dive in and make sure that you have everything on lock. Maybe it's time to get a new headshot. Maybe it's time to go in and focus on getting a content calendar going on all of your social media. Maybe it's time to make sure that your branding that's on LinkedIn is the same as on Instagram, as on Facebook. Whatever it is, take the time to refresh all of your social media. Now, we do this in a certain way, and listen, if you'd like a copy of this, just let me know, email me, and I'll be glad to send it over to you. We have what we call our digital footprint audit. And what we do with this is our marketing coordinator actually goes in, takes a look to make sure, and has a checklist to make sure that you've got everything in place as it should be so that you maximize your opportunities online. Also, if you haven't gotten serious about Google My Business yet, now is the time. Not only are we seeing this Google My Business grow, but as we continue to see more and more of the online presence being ported in your business, Google will continue to be the primary place that people are going to find you first. Control that by making sure that your Google My Business is on lock. Number 6 is renew your mind. Listen, if you're at a place where mentally you're not growing and you're stagnant, I promise you it's going to show up as something where your business begins to stop growing and your business becomes stagnant as well. What is it that you're doing to continue to learn in this business? Are you taking time to go to conferences? Are you taking time to watch YouTube videos? Obviously you're watching this, so you're doing something right, but dive in a little deeper. Spend some more time renewing your mind, because when you renew your mind, it creates momentum that shows up in the actions you take. Number 7 is remember your why. Why did you get in this business? Did you come into this business to make more money? Did you come into this business because you wanted to build relationships? Did you come in this business because you had a heart to serve and you loved the idea of not having to have a personal boss, that you could set your own schedule and you didn't have a limit on what you could do? This business provides you with opportunities that very few businesses do. What is it and why did you get in this business? You see, when you tap back into your why, all of a sudden you begin to get more momentum again, mentally, physically. You begin to take different actions. You speak differently. You walk differently. You act differently. What is it that you can do to renew your mind in a way that also comes back to the place where you remember why you got in this business? When you tap into the emotion of why you got into this business, your actions can't help but change. No matter what the market does, there are always going to be agents that have their best year. Why not you? Why can't this year, no matter what happens in this business and what happens as far as the number of transactions possibly going down, maybe it getting a little more difficult than it's been the last few years, why can't this be your best year? Really, what it comes down to is refocusing on all the things that have been helpful in your business, renewing your mind, learning new programs, going out and actually doubling down on serving people. You see, when you get to a place where you're doubling down on those things, no matter what this business does, the more people you serve in this business, the more you're going to personally grow and your business is going to grow. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.